everybody, it is Kulipup here, and today's video is all about the cost of manifesting large manifestations. Okay, the reason why I'm saying this, or the reason why I'm doing this lesson or this video, is because I had a gentleman, after watching my live feeds and so forth and seeing the advice I'm giving out and seeing my readings, approached me and asked me for a reading. He was manifesting the lottery, or he is manifesting the lottery, can I say. And he wanted me to confirm his manifestation was going through and that he was on the right track. And myself, being an individual who does not lie to anybody, and I only speak truth, I gave him the truth of what I saw. I connected to his energy, I looked into his future timelines, and I gave him what I saw. Now, what I saw was a double-edged sword. I saw that he was indeed going to win the lottery. However, it was going to cost him dearly. And although I confirmed the good part, the good news is like, hey, yeah, you're going to win it. But then I also added on the bad news. Because he was a nice guy, and I'm like, that'd be kind of rank of me to just see this negativity befall him and not say anything. So I told him, and the first reaction I got was complete and utter denial. He told me I was bullshitting. He told me it wasn't true. He got scared. He told some of his friends, which then contacted me on Facebook to tell me, you know, that I am this so-called psychic. You know, and I shouldn't be saying out this, telling this information and so on like this. I should be careful at who I tell this to. And for one, I'm going to let you know that I don't give a rat's backside whatsoever whether anybody believes me or not, or wants to call me this or call me that. Couldn't care less, because it doesn't have anything to do with me, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. However, I did feel compelled to make this video so that as everybody is raising frequency and we are coming into the knowledge of who we are, when we are in the lower frequencies, we tend to still attach ourselves to financial or material manifestations. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. However, as long as you understand the cost of what this manifestation is going to cost you. So really, this is more so a video to let you know, or to hopefully give you some insight to choose what you are trying to manifest and whether it is worth the cost or not. Okay, so the way I'm going to explain this is I'm going to try my very best. I'm going to use the lottery as an example, though, or a house or something large that many people won't have access to, because that's what we tend to want to manifest most when we come into this knowledge. So, firstly, our manifestation is going to be the lottery. So this is going to be based on the lottery. Okay? So this is what we're going to base this off of. Now, and this is with everything, though. This is just our subject for today, but this is with everything that you are manifesting as well. Now, if you want the lottery, you have to understand that there's only two kind of outcomes with this. Or sorry, two kind of sources. Where you were either, I'm just going to talk, you were either destined or fated to already win this amount of money. Okay? Or you were never destined or fated to win it, and you are manifesting it personally. Okay? With your own focus, with your own thoughts. And this gentleman specifically was never fated to win, but he is manifesting it specifically. Now, I want you to have a look over here so we can understand a little bit more about this manifestation. This is your synergy cell. This is your energy. This little battery here is going to be the representation of all of the energy that you contain within your vessel, within your synergy cell. This energy is, you are born with this energy, and this energy is what's going to take you through life. It is your job to top this energy up and make sure your battery is always full. However, many of us, we don't. our battery is only about halfway full. If we're lucky. Many is actually a little bit below halfway. So I'm going to put it there. Okay? And if you want to know a little bit more about this, personal energy and so forth, I do have some videos and some lessons on personal energy consumption, so please check out my YouTube playlist for those ones. But for now, I'm just going to use this as an example. So this is your cell. This is all the energy you have. Now, if you were destined to win the lottery, the universe would have already supplied you with enough energy exchange for you to win the lottery. Because that's another thing. You have to look at the universe as a scale. Okay? All right? So anything you want, so your manifestation, versus your energy. Okay? So whatever you manifest has to be equal to the energy that you're putting in it. Now, if you were destined to win the lottery, your energy would equal out to this manifestation. As long as you, in your lifetime, let's say you were destined to win the lottery, and in your lifetime, you didn't really, you may have wanted it, or you may not have wanted it, it doesn't matter. You may have just bought a ticket one day, and you handed it in, and bang, you're a millionaire, or a gazillionaire, whatever it is. And that is because, again, you were fated. You already had enough energy in your cell to accommodate. You were already given that energy to balance it out. Now, if you weren't fated, though, if you were not fated to get this, what happens then is if you want such an intensely large manifestation, like the lottery, the majority of individuals, so this is the lottery, the majority of individuals don't have enough power. Lottery far outweighs the amount of energy that you have to put in here. Okay? Far outweighs it. However, though, the universe says everything is possible, nothing is impossible. So if you want that lottery and you're telling the universe, hey, my heart, my mind says, I want this regardless. I want it, I want it, I want it. Then the universe is going to be like, okay, that's cool. Well, because at the end of the day, sorry, we'll do this. It's you, this is you here. It's you that needs to put the energy into this. Now, again, the universe is just like, sure, if you really want to focus all your attention on this lottery, then I'm going to grant it for you. However, you're going to need to pay back the energy. Now, the universe doesn't go off loans. It's not a mortgage here. It's not like you can just be like, oh, I'm going to borrow this much energy in order for me to get the lottery, and I'm just going to pay it back later. The universe doesn't go like that. The universe is like, no, if you need that manifestation now, we're going to have the energy. I need the energy because you are physically focusing so hard on it that it's going to force the energy to be put there. So instead of you, with just your regular daily energy that you have, putting into it, the universe is just going to be like, oh, well, okay, to balance this, we're going to need really heavy energy from your synergy cell. Because again, you've made the choice. You're like, nope, this is what I want. So what'll happen then is you'll get the lottery. You know, you'll even out. Great. You're even Steven. However, the universe is going to take all that energy that was required to get that lotto jackpot. It's taking all that energy from yourself. So what happens is your lifespan is then significantly shortened. Because that's the only energy you got. Right? You're your own bank. You can't ask the universe, if you don't have very much energy, to begin with. If you have a really low level of energy to begin with, and you're asking the universe for something that is very high energy, you know, if you want to win millions of dollars and you is never meant to be in your timeline or in your life, then that's a shitload of energy that you're going to have to give back. You're going to have to give back $1 million worth of energy. And most people can't do that. So that's why most people don't have the lottery. They try to manifest it, but they don't have enough focus. However, you put enough focus on it, and once you open the floodgates from your cell to start manifesting, it's going to be open, and then it's going to pour in there, and you will have literally forfeited a very large portion of your life in order to get such a large manifestation. Okay? Now, and that is the equal energy exchange, right? If you don't, so for example, me, in my vessel right now, my cell is not only topped up, it's brimming and it's overflowing, and I actively have to expend my energy in order to just keep everything from not backing up. So my personal energy right now, if I wanted to manifest the lottery, I could, because I'm not in debt. It's like me having my bank account full to the billions of wealth. So all I have to do, so if I wanted $1 million physically, financially, I would just spend some of my energy here to manifest $1 million, and I'd still have lots to spare. However, if you are a lower frequency individual and your battery isn't overflowing with energy, then that means you are that energy is being taken and it's being sucked out of your lifespan. Okay, so now if you're asking me like, oh shit, well, should I never manifest the lottery? Of course, manifest the lottery. However, to manifest the lottery without having to pay with your lifespan or with the excess energy that you'd be taking, you need to be on a physical frequency level of 20 or above. That is only if you fall under this category, where you were never meant to have the lottery in the first place, and this is a personal manifestation that you are bringing into your life. Okay? So it's going to cost you. And you may say, because I know I was attacked and said like, oh, well, you know, loads of people win the lottery and they don't die. You know, that's true, but there's many of people who do. But they don't exactly want you to hear that, do they? They don't want you to physically hear the statistics of how many people win the lottery and how many die. It may not be death through, like, oh yeah, you were murdered or natural causes. It could be death through suicide. Death is death. It doesn't matter how it happens. It's still death. A lot of people, they will get a large sum of money and they'll get very, very depressed. Very depressed. Because you have been fed this illusion that money brings you happiness, money brings you contentment, money brings you peace, peace of mind, security, and so on. Nope. Not at all. Money brings you slavery. Because when people are so involved with money, they forget about the beauty that is outside. People kill for money. The world, everything has a value on it. And that means that it can be devalued. You know, so that's another video. That is another video. But for this, it is just showing you that if you are a lower frequency, or if you are below frequency level 20, you need to really, really check what you are manifesting. Okay? If it is something huge, you're going to have to pay that energy back. Now, don't get me wrong. You could be in a lower frequency. You can be in frequency level 11 or 8 or 9 and manifest a holiday. You know, like, oh, I want to go to Spain, or I want to go to Cancun or Hawaii or something like that. You can manifest that and you'll be fine, because that kind of energy won't require what the millions and millions and millions of instant gratification will do, right? So anyway, I hope I've explained that in a decent kind of way. But always just remember, equal energy exchange. So if you want everything you want in this life without having to pay out of your own cell and out of your own lifespan, raise your frequency. Simple as that. Raise your frequency so you can gain every desire you've ever wanted in your life. Okay? Raise your frequency. However, if you simply want without putting in the effort to get the energy in there, you're going to have to pay for it. And just like anybody else that goes to a loan shark or something, the consequences can be pretty dire. That's another reason why I don't like to manifest large amounts for people. You know, like, because I could use my energy and just be like, oh yeah, I'll manifest the lottery for you. But you have to repay that energy back. You have to repay the same amount of energy back to me. Or you have to put it back into the universe somehow. So you still have a negative outcome. So think about it. Double check on all of your manifestations. And again, not saying don't manifest anything. But just if it is a very unrealistic manifestation, be prepared for some very unrealistic costs. And just think, do I really, really want this? Is this really something I want? Anyway, hope that helps. And I hope you got something out of it. All right. Bye-bye, sweets.